Hi everybody, welcome to Von Cupcake Yoga. I am your host Gretchen, and today we're going to do a quick morning flow, and we're going to do it completely standing. I think that some mornings we don't always have a whole lot of time, so I thought a quick, maybe 15-minute flow completely standing would get you going on your day. So the first thing we want to do is bring our feet about hip width distance apart, shoulders back and down, bring our arms to our sides, palms facing forward because we want to avoid this roll forward. So we want our palms facing forward. Maybe we close our eyes, or maybe we find a spot on the wall or the floor that we can focus on, finding our focal point, our drishti. But if we chose to close our eyes, that's great. If balance is an issue, you can open them. You just want to breathe here. Maybe a slight bend in the knee feels good. Just breathe. Inhaling through your nose, filling up your belly, filling up your lungs. Exhale completely. And keeping our attention on our breath, follow our breath as it comes in through our nose and it fills up our chest and it fills up our belly. And then follow it as it comes out and our bellies gently contract and our chest gently lowers. Being mindful is so important, and when you give yourself a loving start to the day, you can be mindful through the rest of the day. Take in any noises that might be around you and notice that they're there and just let them float away on a cloud. Any thoughts that might pop in your head, just say, thank you for coming, I'll get back with you later, and let it float on a cloud. Inhale completely, filling your lungs, filling your belly, and exhale completely. Big breath in, extend both those arms up towards the ceiling. Maybe it feels good to gently press your pelvis forward here. Exhale, fold forward. Let that chin come down towards your chest. Let your head hang low. Maybe it feels good to gently sway a little from side to side. It might feel good to hold on to opposite elbows. That might feel great. So figure out what you like here. If you like to be a rag doll or you want a little bit more security. Gently swaying from side to side. Bring your hands to your shins or your knees. Find a flat back here. Keeping your shoulders from bunching around your ears. Big breath in, exhale, fold completely. Bend into both of those knees nice and heavy. Press into those feet. Start to roll your spine up one vertebrae at a time, stacking those vertebrae. And then your shoulders, neck, head, finding your mountain pose once again. Nice and easy peasy. Big breath in. Bring both those arms up. Maybe that little back bend feels good here. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe it feels good to shift those shoulders from side to side. Hands on your shins. Flat back. Bring those shoulders back and down. Big breath in. Fold forward. Bend into both of those knees nice and heavy. Start to press your body up. Slowly rolling that spine one vertebrae at a time. Stacking shoulders, neck, and head. Mountain pose. Tadasana. Beautiful. I love it. Now step that left foot forward. Step that right foot down about halfway down the mat. And maybe pivot that right foot so it's just kind of at about a 45-degree angle. Put your hands on your hips and point both of your hips forward and bend into your front knee. Finding our base for our warrior one, we can extend both our arms up towards the ceiling. Big breath here. Exhale completely. Now we turn our palms facing out, draw our hands down by our sides, and then down behind our back. Maybe we can clasp hands back there. Maybe we can do Charlie's Angels fingers. Find what feels right for you. Bringing your shoulders back and down. Start to hinge at the hips, bringing your chest down towards your knee. Finding a warrior 3. My gaze is straight down right next to my left foot here. Big breath here. Let that shoulder sink down. Maybe it comes parallel with your knee. Maybe it doesn't, and that's okay. Breathe here. You can always lift up on those arms if you'd like to open up a little bit more. You can do that too. Or you can let them hang out on your lower back here. Press into that front foot. Tighten those tummy muscles. Draw your body back up to your warrior 1. Releasing your hands, extending your arms up towards the ceiling. Big breath in. Exhale completely. Step it up to the top of your mat. Give yourself a couple little shakes. And then we're going to go to the other side. So step that right foot forward and bring that left foot about halfway down the mat, pivoting those toes so they're kind of shooting off at about a 45-degree angle. Bring your hands to your hips. Point both your hips forward. Bend into that front knee. And then extend those arms up over your head. Big breath in, warrior 1. Turn your palms facing out. Draw them down and back behind your lower back. Maybe you clasp them. Maybe do Charles Angel's fingers. Find what feels right for you. And then take a deep breath here and then start to hinge at the hips. Sinking that chest down. Bringing that shoulder closer to that knee. It can come down as low as your body allows. Finding that humble warrior here. Maybe we can lift up on our arms. Maybe they rest on our back. Find what feels right for you. Big breath in. Exhale completely. Press into that front foot. Tighten those tummy muscles. Draw that body back up. And extend your arms back to your warrior 1. Big breath in. Exhale completely. Stepping on up to the top of your mat. Shake it out. Give yourself a little shake here. Now, face the long edge of your mat and step as wide as you can. Point those toes towards those top corners of your mat. Bring your hands to your hips. Sit up nice and tall here. And then start to hinge at the hips. Starting to fold forward. You do have blocks readily available, so you can always bring your hands down to a block if you'd like to. But start to fold forward. Maybe bring our hands down to those blocks. Let that chest feel nice and heavy. A slight bend in the knee is totally acceptable here, so if that is serving you better, give yourself a little slight bend at the knee. Let that chest start to fall, lowering slowly, letting gravity do its thing. Maybe that block is no longer necessary. Maybe it is. That's okay. Let that head hang low. Walk both of your hands towards that left foot. And maybe the block isn't handy here. Finding a little bit of a twist here. Maybe those hands can come to the other side of that left foot. Find what feels right for you. Always looking for that nice, delicious ache of a good stretch, but backing away from any actual pain. Gently start to release, drawing your body back to center. Maybe take that block with you. Let that head feel nice and heavy. Breathe here. And then walk your hands towards that right foot. Maybe the block comes in handy here. Maybe you don't need it. Maybe you can extend that twist so it's on the other side of that right foot. Find what feels right for you. Big breath in. Exhale completely. And release those hands, walking back to center. With our hands on the floor or on the block, whatever feels best for you, bend into both those knees nice and low, sinking those hips down nice and low, and then maybe bring your forearms to your thighs, bringing your pelvis and your torso back up, extending through the crown, bringing your hands together to prayer. Find your goddess squat here, sinking nice and low, and then press into your feet, press your body up, Extend your arms, big breath in, find a star. Take up as much space as you can. Take up all the space. And then bend into those knees. Bring your arms to cactus arms. Find that goddess squat once again, sitting nice and low. Press into those feet. Come back up to your star. Bring those hands down to your hips. Big breath in. Let it go completely. Step on back up. Give yourself some shakes and some wiggles. And then find your mountain pose once again. Feet shoulder width distance apart. Shoulders back and down. Palms facing forward. Find that focal spot. Find that drishti. Or close your eyes. And breathe. You're going to do amazing things today. You are worthy of the time to love yourself. And you deserve to be your best, happiest self. Extend both those arms up towards the ceiling. Big breath here. Maybe a little pelvis in the front and a little back bend feels good here. Draw your hands together to touch and then draw them down to your heart center. Breathe here, inhaling completely and exhaling completely. Draw your hands down. Bring it back to your mountain pose. Inhale both those arms up, and maybe we grab onto that left wrist with that right hand and draw our bodies over, finding a side body stretch here. Big breath in, exhale completely, return to center. Switch your grip on those hands. Draw your body back over to the other side. Give yourself a nice side body stretch here. Big breath in. Exhale completely, draw it back up. Bring those palms together to touch once more. Draw them down to your heart center. And tonight, as we bring honor to the culture that gave us yoga, we recite, "The light in me sees and honors, is so proud of and grateful for the light in each of you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste." Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have the best day ever. If you enjoyed this wake up stretch, let me know in the comments down below, and I'd love to do more of these with you. And also, if you would like to subscribe to our channel, I welcome you to do so and hit that notification bell, and it'll let you know every time I post a video. But in the meantime, take care of each other. Take care. Bye-bye.